We've killed them in the ethereal plane. We've killed them in the material plane. We've killed them in their dimension. We'll kill them in our dimension. We've killed them in the mines and in the forests and in the mountains and in the caves. And this time, I think we're going to kill them all. It's time for Dungeon Dads.
Heroes rise, heroes fall. I see them on the front line, standing tall. They're risking life and limb to answer the call. But what they fight for, don't know, don't care. Just along for the ride, but everyone must end. I'm gonna make sure I'm gonna win inside.
Hey everybody, and welcome back to the podcast. You are listening to Dungeon Dads, Every War Must End, episode 106.
106.
As always, I'm your DM, Tom Blaylock, and I am joined by John Watson, playing the wizard Ionus Schnobik. What's up, John?
Man, I'm chilling. I had 9 bad guys attack me.
And you survived, and you only have one dude left on you, I think.
Yeah,
is that right?
Yeah. That was all right. I was remembering when I got attacked and surrounded before, and I felt
you guys
more scared.
Handled business. You handled business.
I felt more scared.
Well, and Sam Frank playing Schnobik the Bastard. What's up, Sam?
106.9 Kakukuka.
Is that a sponsor?
That was a radio station in Houston. 106.9 KQQK. Now that I've told you, you're going to want to say it. Because it's really fun to say. 106.9 Kakukuka.
And
this is not a bonus episode.
Tim Carr.
Sorry, I like playing this game, and I'm really excited about what's going to happen next.
Me too. And Tim Carr playing Filnyr Omajara. What's up, Tim?
I could be in better shape.
We'll
know. Put it that way.
I got an answer for you. I got the answer
stunned.
for you here. Yeah. I'm shocked and stunned.
Yeah. Well, let's see. I mean, we'll have. I don't remember whose turn it is, but I think it's coming up soon for me to break this curse, this affliction.
Well, good news is I still have the. I do have the turn order saved here. So,
hoorah.
Do you remember where we were in the turn order?
I do. We were back up at the top.
I am going to need sort of a word picture.
I'm going to paint you a word picture. So in the last episode, you fought a battle on 2 fronts. Schnobik and Filnyr stayed in the ethereal plane and were sort of tracking and fighting the Kishi who were in this realm. And Ionus was in the tavern fighting the Kishi, and no steel predators there at first in the tavern. So you had this group of 9 Kishi, and they were existing at first in sort of this liminal space where they were existing in both of the planes, the ethereal and the material plane. And then as you hit them, they were sort of shunted into the one opposite of where you were. The way this works, you'll see, is that for most creatures, their body chooses where they're going to be, and if they get hurt, they choose to run away from it, basically. So you slayed in the ethereal plane.
Yeah, we did.
You have your darkness orb is still there. You still have a single steel predator that is in the ethereal plane with you. Unfortunately, it's squaring off with Filnyr, and Filnyr is stunned still. So I think Filnyr, you failed at the end of your turn last time.
Thanks for reminding me, bro.
Sorry. Yeah, I was just looking. I left my notes. You killed the other one by sending it to the material plane, and then Schnobik attacking the heart, the ruby heart, and knocking it down. Now Ionus saw this and believes that acid is killing the
That
steel
was the
predators.
Kishi, though.
No,
That was
the
the
Kishi.
Kishi,
wasn't it?
That was
Yeah.
the Kishi. Okay, that was the Kishi.
The
Sorry.
steel predator just showed
Um,
up and was ready to attack, and then just dropped dead.
and then just dropped dead. Yeah.
And I don't know how that giant
uh,
thing fit in that tavern like that.
Yeah, well, they're big, but the tavern is also
Must have scared the
big.
crap out of a lot of people.
Everybody in there. I mean, it's chaos now, and townfolk who are also mercenary soldiers are showing up at the door to the thing. And we ended last episode with a war horn blast, and you all recognized it as Despo Goodshower's war horn. And so you heard it coming from north of the city. And here's the interesting thing. You actually heard that blast in both planes.
Wow.
So
Interesting.
Yes. And so we're going to just pick up right where we left off. There's a Kishi left in the tavern, and it is on Ionus, and
Well, he's not on me.
Where is he?
He's in the tavern. I'm 60
Oh,
feet
you're
outside the tavern.
outside the tavern. You're outside the tavern. That's right. He is squaring off against troops that are inside the tavern, and I'll just the environment is acting at turn order 20, and so actually these townsfolk sort of just all start to train their swords and their spears on him, and they just rip him to shreds inside the tavern. So they're sticking him, and he's trying to get away, and he's holding up his shield, and it just they cut through his shield, and he bleeds out on the tavern floor.
That's what I'm talking about. That's a military force right there.
It's a military force, and the townsfolk are surrounding you, and actually they have their weapons, their shields and their spears, and Yvonne is there now. She had left the bar to go get her weapons, and she forms the front of this phalanx, and she says, "The king must survive. Everyone protect Ionus Silhavind." And so she forms with 8 people.
That's all he's ever wanted to hear.
So she forms 8 people around you with shields, and she says to you, "Archers to the south. Archers to the south. We've just gotten word that elven archers are coming, and they're walking in formation. They're not even trying to hide themselves. Hundreds of them at least.
How far?
Quarter mile at the very most. Come. We should decide if we're gonna leave the town and regroup where new Lakenhearth is being built, or if we're gonna stand here. There are no walls here, Ionus."
Okay. If this is what's happening, if I go toward the south where the archers are.
So it's woods south of town. And so you can't see them, but the Lakenhearth archers that are up in their towers clearly can see them and are already loosing arrows. But they can't get a quarter mile
trees,
away.
But it's not like a plain or any kind of open area.
Not from where you are. So there's a path that leads through trees, and they are marching to the south. You can't see them. I mean, if you get up a little higher than the tree line, you can definitely see them, but you're not there.
Okay. And what about, I'm trying to figure out, I need a clear space.
You're in the town square. It's super clear.
How much space do I have though?
Well, you have people all around you because they are protecting you.
Right, but I guess what I'm asking is, how big is the town square?
I
120
think,
feet across.
no, it's bigger than that. I want to say it's like 600 feet across. It's basically a 600-foot square. So it's pretty big. I'm going to leave you with your thoughts for a second because we still have a live steel predator. All right, so Schnobik.
Not for long.
Schnobik, it is you, and the steel predator.
It's my turn already.
It is your turn, and the steel predator is.
Yeah, I remember last time we skipped you and came
That's
back.
right.
That's why it felt.
That's right. The steel predator is bearing down upon Filnyr. It looks like it's going to rip him apart.
Okay. And we are in the ethereal plane.
You are in the ethereal plane.
The real plane.
And I'm going to strike it with my rapier that has received the boon of Ehi.
Okay. What are you going to hit it with? Are you hitting it with booming blade? Or are you going to hit it with your
No,
full thing?
I'm just doing a regular attack.
Okay.
That is a 15.
Let's see. Where's my predator? Oh, fuck. You hit.
That hits.
That hits.
15 hits.
15 hits. Natural armor.
All right. 11 piercing.
Okay. You can tell nothing's happening to it. But you keep going, you know what happens.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Threshold.
You have a damage threshold of 15 hit points.
Here we go. 18.
That hits.
And the damage is another 11 piercing.
All right. So you hit it this time. And do you choose to shunt it back? Because you can feel the question.
Yeah, I'm dropping it into the middle of that tavern.
All right. So it shunts into the tavern, and all you see is a red ruby in front of you.
And I'm going to stab that motherfucker.
All right.
You ready?
Yep.
22.
That hits.
14 piercing.
Oh, that's the max you could do, isn't it? Look at that. Wow.
Yep. That's an 8 on the 1d8.
And the ruby disintegrates. And Ionus, you've got this like retinue in front of you, and they all like step back with fear as soon as this giant steel predator appears in the middle of the tavern, and then it falls down dead. And the troops and townsfolk who are inside the tavern begin to rip apart the construct's outer layer, looking for the heart, and it is not there.
Okay.
So they've seen these things before.
Yes.
Right? They know what's going on.
They know.
And I am going to. Are we out of combat now?
Yeah, we're going to be out of combat. And Filnyr, you.
I was going to say I'm going to go over to Filnyr.
You
Shake him a little bit. I'm going to pick up the darkness pebble.
Yeah. So Filnyr, you actually, you come to, and you're staring face to face with Ehi in blue dragon form, and she leans down, and she has this on her nose. She has this long, almost like it's almost like a tusk that comes out of her nose, like a rhinoceros horn, and she touches you with it, and you appear back in the material plane. And you hear from about 100 feet away, Master. And Pawson runs up and begins licking your face. And he says, we have killed so much.
Pawson.
I left the...
not my...
yes.
Oh, so much drool. Oh.
No, he's not licking
Pawson,
in the
I'm-
mouth.
No.
I'm just kidding. Oh, Master.
I mean, that tongue's big enough.
Oh, yeah.
Right. Oh, Paulson.
Oh, it's been so
I am,
long, Master.
Wow. I'm so glad to see you.
Oh, I'm so glad.
For those who may not remember, can you give us a brief physical description of Pawson?
Pawson is a giant white winter wolf that has yellow on his skin in lots of places. I mean, on his fur in lots of places where it's like crusty, that he like kind of has made a natural saddle type situation on himself for
I don't understand how that could get on his back.
holding
but,
on to it. I don't know either. It's just dirty. It's grubby.
How many episodes has it been since Pawson appeared?
Like 25, 30, something like that.
It might have been a whole season at least
Yeah,
without Pawson.
it may have been.
It's actually been recast.
Nice to have that.
Yeah.
It's been recast.
Yeah.
And I was about to do an accent, but then I was like, not everybody listened to the bone.
No, don't do
It wouldn't
it.
be as funny.
Don't do it. We're not doing that. So he's licking your face, and not far behind is Despo Goodshower rides up on a war horse, and she says, sorry, let me get her voice here. Filnyr. Wait, is that it? Let's see. Yeah.
It sounded good.
Yeah. Filnyr. Listen, I'm getting real worried about the troops that are coming from the north. We got skeletons. We got like big old, I don't know what you call them. They're like lizard birds. They're flying down from us. They ain't dragons. They're smaller than dragons. And I just heard from my scouts that in the south we got elves coming.
Yes.
We're gonna need you on Pawson.
Very well. I must find Ionus and Schnobik as well.
Yeah, you look up and you hear Ionus's voice, but he's like hidden behind a phalanx of shields. And we've left. Let's see. Schnobik there. Good. Okay. I'll get to Schnobik in a second. So Ionus, Filnyr shows up on the ground and is being licked clean by Pawson.
Licked dirty.
More licked or dirty for sure. I will call out to Ionus and make sure he knows that I have popped out and approach the wall with Pawson behind me, presumably.
And
right.
Which wall is he approaching?
The wall of shields.
The wall of shields.
Filnyr,
You're retinue.
I see you fared well.
Yes. Well. Yes.
How's Schnobik?
Ehi pushed me back here, and I think he is still in the ethereal plane. I can find him.
That's a real long way of saying I forgot to check.
I didn't really have a choice. I'm not sure I know how to get him back from there. I'm blanking in the moment. I thought we had something.
But you can at least check on him with your staff, correct?
Yes, of
I
course.
can reach out to him as well and find out if he's all right.
No, just give me a moment and I'll touch the staff and
all right.
Look around
and
see Schnobik.
So Schnobik is involved in a deep conversation with Ehi, and we'll get back to that in a second here. So Schnobik, as soon as Filnyr disappears, the dragon form Ehi leans down to you and says, "You will have much to do in the coming battle."
Yes, well, suppose someone has to do it.
Havis rides on 3 dragons.
At the same time.
Kind of. Havis rides in the material plane and in the ethereal plane. And he has a 3rd dragon, which flits with him back and forth to aid him. I believe he's coming, and when Filnyr arrives, he must lend us his eyes to see where he is.
Yoo-hoo!
Oh, yes. Filnyr.
Hold, Filnyr, just a moment. Yes, your stupor was very distracting to the steel predators, but I need just another minute here with this god.
Very well.
What aid, Ehi, can you give us in this coming battle? I assume you would see Havis Corvair defeated.
I would see him defeated. I worry that the three of you will not succeed if this happens in the caves where he is headed. I fear we must fight him in the open air.
Why is that?
He has learned to control all of the light wells.
Oh,
And
yes,
does so
very
at
good.
distance.
Say no more. Is there... Do we know which plane he is tethered to?
Do you mean
Must we, if we wish to kill him and not have him come back, where must it be done?
well, certainly you know what your wizard has done.
All planes are tuned now. Oh, so it doesn't matter?
It does not matter where he is. Strike him dead and
Fuck
he will
yeah.
be dead. But
That's all I wanted to hear.
But both versions of him must be dead, or else no versions of him will be dead.
Yes, I wasn't really paying attention to what Ionus did, but that sounds like he probably did something good for once.
You want to pay for that one?
Yeah. I will
take personal responsibility for Havis Corvair. I've been waiting for this moment for a very long time.
Well, then I would have you ride with me for when he arrives.
Excellent.
And
I want to give Ehi a very long look.
okay.
Can I just do an insight? Can I do an insight check?
Yes.
Not that Schnobik has great insight. He got a 15 there, though. Not bad.
Yeah, I mean, again, she's such an alien presence that it's just hard. And I don't think you have any experience with dragons. She's now a dragon.
Yeah.
But she is definitely making it so that...
I guess I'm not really looking for like I'm more like a vibe check.
Yeah, the vibe.
What's Ehi's vibe? Alien. The vibe is alien. But am I getting anything else?
The vibe is alien, and I will say, she is definitely only interested in being ridden by you. Like, she wanted to have this conversation with you.
If I had a nickel, yeah.
Yeah.
then I suppose I would be participating in an illegal activity.
Yeah, that's right.
Ehi, I will grudgingly admit that I have some respect for Filnyr and for my brother Ionus Schnobik.
I heard that.
They're fine warriors, but I'm a killer, and I believe that you are a killer too.
I certainly was, and I will be today.
Then let us ride into battle together.
Here's what I shall do for you. As you ride me, I will still be breathing my lightning flames. I will be calling my ethereal troops. But if ever you need me to heal you or yours, if you need to switch planes, you need only rely on my reactions to do so.
I like that.
Say the word, and if I have not used all my legendary actions, then I can I can do it, but I will not be.
That is quite a legendary power.
It is
indeed.
a legendary power indeed. Yeah. I believe you must strike down Havis or Filnyr or the wizard. One of you must strike him down. It should not be me.
Just say I must strike him down.
Then you must strike him down, warrior. All right, so Filnyr, you see.
May we return to the material plane in a dramatic pose.
Very well. Climb upon me now.
I'm gonna climb up on her.
All right. Now she's huge, you know. She takes up four. She's 4 square here. And
I cast
wait.
a jump.
Schnobik, come this way so you don't destroy the tavern.
Yeah.
If you're going to come back,
very
float
well
above the ground, perhaps. Ihai, you can fly. Yes.
We will not be entering the tavern. Filnyr,
No, but where you're
Omajira,
standing,
creator.
that is where the tavern exists in the material
And
plane.
she opens up her.
Just come some 50 feet.
She opens up her
fine.
giant wingspan and she begins to beat down on the ground, and you are thrown backwards, Filnyr.
I think I just like let go of the staff and just probably fall in the material plane.
So you're in the material plane and
Just like land on my butt.
and like 30 seconds, nothing. 40 seconds, nothing. And then you're still laying down on the ground and you see super high up in the air, like 1,000 feet up in the air, a blue mass. And it is just
Ionus.
falling toward the ground, toward you.
Ionus,
Yes?
your brother has a proclivity for entrances. And I point up.
Yeah.
And I just look up. What am I seeing?
And this dragon is dive bombing toward the town, and it gets closer and closer, and then it
Hold!
and it
Buzz the tower! Buzz the tower!
Take cover!
No, hold!
take
Hold!
the shield wall goes to protect Ionus, and she pulls up at the last minute before crashing to the ground and lands softly. And Schnobik, the bastard, in his flesh human form, sits atop the dragon. Sam, give me an acrobatics check.
I'd love to think that as they come down, Filnyr's the only one who's literally just standing there.
Right.
Like not worried at all, and everybody else has hit the floor.
24.
24. You barely hold on as she pulls up and lands. You almost get knocked right off the side of this dragon as she pulls up. I'm going to tell you, you were pretty fucking scared as she was heading down the ground.
All right, wait, hold on.
Yeah.
Hold on, let me. People of Lakenhearth! The time has come to fight!
And they're moving toward you, and Despo rides up on her warhorse, and it's just so dwarfed by Pawson, and it's like a little twig of an animal compared to Ihai. And she wheels around and she says, "We're gonna need all the help we can get. Master Ionus, you tell us, north or south? An army of archers is coming from one direction, an army of undead's coming from the other."
All right.
Who leads this army of the undead?
They seem to be under no one's control. They are just marching straight toward us. We skirmished with them for the last 2 miles. They are just walking, and then when we fight, they'll fight. But they keep saying Lakenhearth, like they're being steered here.
I can only imagine anything coming at us this day has to do with Havis Corvair. And we are surrounded. All right. Everyone, just stay calm. And I raise my hands in the air. I then point them at the ground and slowly lift them up back to the sky, and as I do, I cast Mighty Fortress. And
Now
Just
you
dropped
know
a
why he needed
block
some
attack.
space,
I
yo.
needed some space. It's 120 feet. Each wall is 120 feet across, so it should fit right in the middle of the square.
Yep.
Everybody who's within the walls or within the area of the fortress just get engulfed inside safely, and then others we just lower the drawbridge and let them in. There's also a keep on the inside, so that the townsfolk that aren't fighting can come in and hide. And there are turrets on all four corners, so 2 can be pointed to the undead and 2 can be pointed toward the archers.
Oh,
and I say, I need archers on the walls. I need anyone who's not fighting in the keep. Despo, and I hand her the sword. This is yours.
Oh, Jesus. It's going to take me a couple of hours to get attuned to this. Not just kidding.
Fucking bastard.
Yeah. She holds the handle of the sword, and you hold the sheath, and she unsheaths it, and it makes this shing sound as she pulls it out. And Schnobik, you are on Ehi, and when Ehi sees Defender pulled, you feel her shiver, and she says, "Keep me away from that sword, Rider."
I will keep you thousands of feet away from that sword.
Very well. And Pawson sees the sword, and he puts his paw up on you, Filnyr, and he says, "Bow down to Master's sword. The sword of Donatus. All hail the champion of Donatus. Despo Goodshower." And Despo pulls the sword up, and she scratches the ground, and where she scratches it, stone begins to fall off the sword, and she pulls it up to her face, and she says, "Quigley be with us all. Come, we fight today." And she resheathes the sword, and she wheels around, and she says, my spearmen are going to go north. We'll scare these skellies right to the turrets. Don't hit us, please.
You have our word. The rest of you archers, face south.
Yeah, okay. We'll go south.
I'm going to lean down and whisper into Ehi's ear. Motherfuck Donatus, am I right?
Motherfuck Donatus.
Schnobik, Filnyr, and Despo. Their word is as my own. Listen carefully, listen closely, and we will win this day. You are the greatest fighting force that has ever walked the Breen Valley. And we will prove it right here in Lakenhearth. For the Breen!
Huzzah! And the
For the Breen.
For the Breen! For the Breen! For the Breen! Breen!
Fuck it. For the Breen! God damn it.
For the Breen! For the Breen! And so this chant starts to spread throughout the mighty fortress that you've created. And Ehi, in your head, says, I guess all of you can hear this, and she says, "That's all fine and good for the troops on the ground. We shall have dragons in the air, and steel predators come behind them. Filnyr, can you get to the top of the spire and look out?
Yes, of course.
Meet us there."
By the way, I'm resting while all this is happening.
It's been a minute and a half.
No, I don't think you are. Yeah, I don't think you're resting. I mean, you might be resting, but you're not resting,
It's okay. He'll wait till 58 minutes to bust it up. It's fine.
That's right.
Tom, how far to the mine?
It's like 8 miles.
Fuck. All right.
Yeah. So when you're up at the top of the fortress, you can see it now all like laid out before you. So how high is this, John?
Let's see.
The keep itself.
The turrets are 20
Turrets
feet
are 20
tall.
feet tall. I think that the walls are 20 feet tall, 120 feet across.
Okay.
On each side, and the walls are 1 foot thick.
And let's say the keep is 30 feet high, so you're higher than your towers on the walls. So up top you're at old growth tree level is still higher than you, but you're not a whole lot of old growth trees. You see 4 columns of troops coming all on foot from the south. You see near the front riders on steel predators, maybe 10 steel predators with riders on them, and each one of these columns is between like 25 and 40 men in the columns. It's hard to tell exactly who they are. Obviously, they're too far away for that. Ehai's up there, and she like points toward the north, where you can see this like shambling horde coming down. It's very similar to what you saw after the tree first appeared, of sort of undead moving in your direction. And maybe 1,000. So it's a lot, but they're disorganized, and they're coming, and you can see Despo's cavalry sort of encircling them, and already they're firing arrows and things at them from a distance, and they're still moving. As they're being killed, they're still moving south toward Lakenhearth. And then Ehai says, "Come with me to the ethereal plane, Filnyr. Let's watch for him."
And I'll touch my staff.
All right. And she disappears and goes with Schnobik, and then she pops back in and touches Ionus, says, "You should come too." and the three of you and Ehai are in the ethereal plane, and she says, "Everyone must have your hands on at least part of your body touching Filnyr, and we can share his sight." So,
all right, I touch him.
Yeah, and
Ooh,
she does.
your hands are cold.
And she extends a wing out so that Schnobik is also in transitive touch.
Transitive touch.
And you're scanning the countryside. You can see the lake sort of out before you, but it's like a cloud there. And then far, far, far to the south, you see a speck in the air, and Ehai says, there, look, and give me a perception or investigation check, all three of you.
I'm going with investigation.
Do it.
18 perception.
Great.
18 perception.
27 investigation.
Wow. Okay.
Ooh.
So Tim, you are looking down, and you can tell that this is green, and there's 2 of them, and Sam, you can see like that there's a rider on one of them.
Mhm.
And then Ionus, at this distance, it's really hard to tell. but this dragon is not. It's two dragons, and neither one of them are as large as
Ehai?
as Ehai.
Okay.
And the way you can tell that is because you're making connection. You can see the rider that's on one of them, and he looks humanoid, looks like a medium-sized creature, and he takes up his, compared to the head of the dragon, he's just much larger than Schnobik is on the dragon. So either he's like a giant,
Either he's big or the
dragon's
small.
small.
Okay.
And it's flying. They're flying toward you, but now Filnyr has like trained in on him, and you're zooming in, and it's almost like he's right in front of you as Filnyr zooms in, and you're looking at. You don't know what this is. Doesn't look like Havis Corvair. He's got red skin. He's got horns. He's vaguely devilish. That's on this green dragon. And Havis says, and Ehai says, Schnobik, you know what this is?
Do we still have raries up?
Yes.
Yeah.
I just very quickly go, by the way, Havis rides a dragon that can be in the ethereal plane and the regular plane. He has another dragon that flies with him, and don't let him get into the mine or else he'll control the light wells with his mind from a distance. And I say,
holy shit.
yeah.
My nose starts bleeding with this brain dump.
All right, Elle.
It's a demon.
It is Havis.
He is a demon.
He's a demon in the ethereal plane, apparently. I recognize him. His smell and his essence.
But he still has the same abilities?
I don't know.
I suppose we knew he wasn't an elf, just based on the circumstances of his birth.
Oh, he is.
What he is, in fact, I do not know, except mortal.
He is mortal, and he is...
Which is the only thing I care about.
He's a lithid.
I don't believe that's how you pronounce that.
And he is...
I hate to correct your pronunciation, Ehai, God of the Deep. But
I think we are seeing him in the ethereal plane, and he will be taking the same space in the material plane. He's much too far to see.
How much time do we have?
Before he arrives, Ehai blinks out, and Schnobik, you and Ehai are back in the material plane, and she is staring in that same direction, and then she pops you back into the ethereal plane, and she says, he is 12 miles away. 40 minutes,
12 miles.
50 minutes at the very most.
I have looked this thing in the eye, and I believe that once battle is joined, especially if it looks difficult for his army, he will break away and head for the mine himself.
I fear that you are right.
I believe he sees everyone down on the ground as cannon fodder. They may not even be real to him. They only exist to get him there.
Should we not have grabbed the mace?
Coulda, woulda, shoulda.
We have to stop him.
If he's that
We have
far
to
away,
intercept him.
what's to stop him from not... He doesn't even have to arrive in Lakenhearth.
No. He just has to go to the mine. So we either have to intercept him, or we have to be prepared to stop him at the door. And I prefer
Ehi,
to keep it in the open.
I believe our success depends on us not joining the battle. That we must wait for Havis to make his move and descend upon him.
Ehi sort of turns her scaly head around and says, "Perhaps we should let his army think it's winning. He is a whore for glory. I know that much. But I will leave it to you all. You three are the heroes of the Breen. Filnyr, you must survive. At all costs."
I have every intention to do that.
Ehi, do you have any insight into these undead marching from the north?
I believe that they are the undead from Havis's tower. He somehow brought, if not all of his army, much of it here. And they clearly know where you are. That's the only thing I'm worried about. Will he know if you make a move for the mine? Will he know if you stay here? Can he see you the way we see him?
I don't know anyone that can ride and exist in both planes.
I assure you
I
he
think
can
we
do
must-
this.
I don't doubt it. I just mean to assume that we should assume that he can't see us here.
How many dragons are in the prime material plane? We see 2 here. Is it 2 there? 1 there?
I believe he only has 3 dragons. 1 in this plane, 1 in that, and then 1 which can go back and forth. But of course, in his tower, he had many more. This does not look like all of his troops.
No, and it shouldn't be.
He certainly has something up his sleeve. That's what I worry about.
Or he simply did not have the power to bring them here.
Or did not have as many troops as he anticipated he would have.
Yes.
Well, perhaps we should find out.
Yes, I believe we have hit the limit of talking.
Yes.
My limit of talking, anyway, and I look sidelong at Ionus.
Ionus, let's go.
Of what? Oh.
Of Filnyr.
Okay. And Ehi sends you back to the material plane.
Looking straight out that same distance, can we see anything?
Nothing.
Or does it only work because of the vision?
Yeah, nothing.
Ionus.
Well, I was just going to say, but you do have, now that you're back in the prime material plane, you can see that the archers and the parties coming from the south, they are now 800 feet away from your walls.
So if Filnyr were to point straight at the direction that Havis was coming from, how much of an angle are we changing to the mine? Right? Like, because he's 12 miles away, so I'm just trying to think in triangles at this point. Like, so, is there an intercept point?
So he's coming actually almost directly from Lakeshire, that direction. He will have to fly over Lakeshire to get to you if he was flying direct to you.
Right.
So at about 110 degrees to the east from him. So he is almost he's almost due south, and 120 degrees it goes a little bit more to the north and east. That's the right direction? Yes.
I thought Lakeshire was east of Lakenhearth.
East. Yeah, sorry,
wait.
west. Sorry, north and west. You're right. You're north and west of 110 to
Lakenhearth is where
the mine is.
Yeah.
Yes. So he'll have to go to get to the mine. If he goes in a straight line from where he is, he would be about 3 miles south of you. And then he has another 4 miles to go to the thing. So you could, he is, what does that make it? He is probably 15 or 16 miles away from the mine. He's 12 miles from you, and you're 8 miles from the mine.
Did you diagram all that out, Tim?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
So when I look at the archers, there's also a group of people riding steel predators.
Yeah, each column has 2 steel predators in front of it. So there's 4 columns. There's 8 steel predators.
What's the distance from the first column to the fourth column?
So they're marching toward you. So they're in actually lines right now. They're about 150 feet spaced each one out, and the first one gets to be about 800 feet, and then they start to move to the west, and they are clearly trying to create a surround you on the south situation. So they're the columns are starting to split apart so that there'll be a semicircle around the southern.
Ionus, perhaps we should go to the mouth of the mine and make another fortress there.
Is it that easy? I think.
This is all you get. I'm going to take out my wand.
You can't. You made it look so easy. Are you saying
you didn't cast it with your wand?
This is why I didn't cast it with my wand.
That would have been.
I'm going to take out my wand, and the force.
You're just going to take it out in front of all these people.
The force going to the while I'm staring at them, they're going to my right. There's 2 columns going to my right.
Yes.
I'm going to meteor swarm them.
Jesus.
And then I'll have another one stored in my wand for later.
Okay. How wide is the meteor swarm AoE?
It's 80 feet.
Jesus Christ.
Okay.
You can cast it at a distance of a mile.
Yeah.
Wow.
So 20 D6. I'm going to try to at least.
You don't have that many D6s.
That's all right. I'll just have to read. I'll just do it twice. I'll do it twice. All right. 20 D6. It's going to be fire damage and bludgeoning damage.
That's so many.
All right. Hold on. I got to do it again. Let me count these. Now I got to do it again.
It's 40 D6 altogether.
It is 40 D6 altogether.
Good Lord.
Okay. That's going to be 71 fire damage.
What?
And let me see.
You got to roll them all again, Tom.
I got to roll them again.
Is this you do bludgeoning and fire damage? I'm reading just this thing.
And they're coming in hot.
They're hitting them and setting them on fire. You know what I'm saying? From space.
Jesus.
Okay. So 71 fire damage, and it's going to be 67 bludgeoning damage.
So you're going to get...
Don't worry, they DC 19 dex save.
Yeah, they'll totally...
For half damage.
So I'm going to roll a D100, and let me think about how to do this. I'm going to roll a D100, and this is going to be the percentage of people who get the saving throw that I'm about to roll. All right, so this is D100. So that is 67. So 67% are going to get this roll.
Okay.
12.
All right. So 67% of them fail. Now the other 33% are going to get this roll.
8.
Okay.
It don't matter, bro.
So this thing has a 80, it's an 80-foot radius, right?
Yeah.
So you actually can get you can get an entire column and a half in this meteor swarm, and you do. And
it's a 40-foot radius.
It's 40-foot radius.
It's 80-foot
80-foot
diameter.
So you can get one column entirely in this. And so the meteors begin to just pound the ground. And I mean, I'll tell you that the town folk, everyone it's scary. Like the sky turns red, and the fire is just raining down, and you can't see what's happening down in it as this thing pummels the ground again and again and again and again.
What? It's 4 different. You can target 4 different points.
4 different points, but
within range.
I can't hit like the same point each time. But as they all come down, it becomes that 80 feet across once it's done.
Wait.
So okay, hold on. I'm reading. It's blazing orbs of fire plummet to the ground at 4 different points you can see.
No,
each creature.
Each point is a 40-foot radius.
Each point is a 40-foot radius.
Shit. Okay, well.
So I'm gonna try to hit. I'm gonna hit all 4. I'm gonna hit all 4 lines.
Wow.
So that's 4. Yeah.
All right. Here, this is
4 40-foot radius.
I'm going to roll a D8 now because I'm going to actually roll the saving throws for the.
I mean, it is a 9th level
steel predators. So this is. So 5 of them are going to get this roll. Wait, here's my steel predator. Oh, it's so nice having this thing out here. It's Dex, right?
Yes.
Is a Dex save, yeah.
Okay. Let's see here. Oh, there it goes.
Hmm?
Okay. So 5 of them
That's an 8.
are going to get an 8. And the other 3 are going to get 14. They all are going to fail. So the 4 different areas just pound down to the ground, and you can't even see what's happening. And then as the smoke clears from the cratered, burning forest from where you have done your meteor swarm, you see the only thing standing are 8 steel predators with their riders completely cooked off from their backs.
Focus fire!
Schnobik, whatever you did in the ethereal plane worked very well. I don't know if this is appropriate time for that, but perhaps we can dispatch these quickly.
And the archers, horrified at what they've just seen, unleash their arrows at the steel predators, and the arrows are bouncing off of them.
Damn it!
Must light them on fire.
Ehi, let's go. Keep an eye on Havis Corvair. If he veers off course, we will immediately disengage.
Very well.
Archers, focus your fire on the undead. We'll take care of this.
So,
and
to the
Ehi
north,
dives toward the steel predators.
All right, we're going to go and we're going to be an initiative.
And winks out of existence.
All right. All right. Here, let me clear the turn order here. All right, let's get some initiative rolls then. Now, I'll tell you, Ehi is going to be an uncontrolled mount, Sam. So she is going to just be riding along. You are not going to be controlling her, but
Perfect.
You can tell her what you want her to do, and she'll probably do it. All right, here, let's see.
17 for Ionus.
16 for Filnyr.
23 for Schnobik.
All right.
Pretty good rolls.
All right.
We're doing it today.
We are doing it today.
I am shaking.
That was incredible, John.
Meteor swarm, and yet we're still in battle.
And yet we're still in battle.
And yet.
Okay.
Those steel predators got to be looking a little.
Oh,
cooked.
they've got to be. Yeah.
They're not resistant to
They took
fire.
all that fire damage.
Mm-hmm.
And I know they get half the bludgeoning. Yeah.
Yeah. Wait, where is the damage? Let me make sure I get the damage correct on
It
here.
was 71 fire and 67 bludgeoning.
But if I just stab all their hearts, it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't.
Yeah.
Or yeah,
Because these guys aren't in the ethereal plane.
but their hearts are.
So Schnobik's
their
just going to
hearts
take
are.
care of them,
Right.
and you and I can.
I guess what I'm saying is I'm not diving into the middle of 8 steel predators right now. I'm just diving into the middle of 8 blinking targets.
No, in fact,
Right.
what you should do is just grab me and take me with you.
Well,
Too late.
Wait,
you can cast.
damn it, I've got to run down all these stairs.
You can cast fly and do
Get
it too.
your own dragon. Schnobik's really loving it. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
So how
That's
far
true.
away? How far away from the wall are they?
They're 800 feet away from you. And
So it's going to take us a minute to get there.
yeah, Ehi flies at 80 feet, so it's going to take you a little time. So she can go 160 feet. And
Those hearts might be coming toward you as well, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. Let's see.
So if she dashes, she's doing 160 feet per round.
Yes,
Mhm.
that's right. All right, and that's what she's going to do. So it's Schnobik's turn, and I'm not sure what all you can do, but you've got what looks like 5 turns to get there.
4 or 5 turns to get. Nah, I bet it won't be that many. Well, we'll see. I don't want to cast anything right now.
Yeah, you don't have anything with a range that far.
Can I get a short rest?
No.
No. I guess I will go ahead and use my second wind, which I had not used yet.
Okay.
Which is what, D10 plus my fighter level?
I think that sounds
Come
right.
on, don't any of you guys play fighters? What is it? I never get hurt, so D10 plus my fighter level. My fighter level is 16. So here's my D10. Ooh, a 10.
Oh, hell yes.
Nice.
All right, so that's 26 hit points back.
Awesome. Okay.
Almost back to full.
All right. Ionus and Filnyr, what do you guys want to do?
I want to stay with my men. I need to keep an eye on both areas, see what's going on with the undead.
Okay.
The steel predators are coming, and I'm sure that Schnobik has it taken care of, and the farther away I am from them, the better.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, the undead they're about 1,000 feet away.
Okay.
Now you can see that some of them have broken off and they're actively fighting with your shock troops, but with Good Shower, and you can't tell where she is exactly, but it's a mess on the fringes of the horde as they're going south. But again, it's small little battles on the outside of the horde. They're not slowing down to fight. It's just as they are engaged, some of them peel off and begin fighting with the cavalry.
Is there an arrow volley?
The arrow, yeah, you're firing arrow. Your people are firing arrows, but it's kind of indiscriminate now. There are arrows coming from mounted archers as well, with the Good Shower cavalry, but again, it's a lot of skeletons and zombies. Arrows aren't the best against them.
That was going to be my next question. Does it look like they're going down?
I mean, some are definitely going down for sure. For sure.
And if they go down, are they getting back up?
Well, yeah. And
Okay.
the way you can tell is that there's a tail of undead that are sort of way out of the formation here, out of the horde, that were struck down and have come back. And so they're, let's say at this point 70 of them are trailing off behind, as they're slowing from the group because they've been cut down and then reconstituted.
Okay. Damn it.
There's only one answer to this problem, Ionus. Now that you've got a taste for it.
It's just what's going to really piss me off is if I do this and then they get back up because they're being controlled by the guy that I really should be meter swarming.
Yeah, I would save it. I just had a great idea, but I think it's too late for it because it takes a minute to cast.
What is it?
To put a magic circle at the entrance to the
to the fortress
to basically
and let everybody
block the door so the undead can't come in.
Pull everybody back.
You definitely have more than a minute before the undead get here, for sure.
Yeah, it's just a question of if I need to go deal with steel predators, because that's 10 rounds.
Yeah.
The look on your face, you've got that time.
Yeah. I mean, it's true.
Can't talk to me. I'm in the ethereal plane.
Yeah.
Right. Oh yeah. Well, if you are getting in and out of the ethereal plane, this may not be an issue. How many entrance? I don't remember how many entrances this thing had. Would be the only
2. One in the north and one in the south.
One south.
Okay. So yeah, basically, if we blocked the northern one, they'd at least have to go. They'd be trying to go through the walls, maybe go around, but they could literally just poke at them from inside the magic circle. But it's also one of my 2 spell slots.
Hey, I hear you. I hear you.
Which I might need to save for somebody else.
I think those doors are pretty tough.
I think if we can get my plan was to pull everybody back, have some guards by the doors, put everybody else in the keep. They'll be safe for a while until we can get this done.
Yeah, I think I'll save it. I don't think I have 10 rounds of... That's not a very interesting podcast. Filnyr is still casting. Filnyr is still casting. Filnyr is still casting.
My concern is that this is all a big distraction.
Yeah.
Exactly. So I think we need to get ourselves to the mine.
Yeah.
So, Ionus, do you get to fly? Is it my turn?
It's your turn. Yeah.
I know. I was talking for a reason. Ionus, shall we fly?
Yes, please.
All right. I'll cast fly on the 2 of us.
All right.
Awesome.
Oh, and you also got Paulson there too.
And I cast it at 5th level, so he can fly also.
Oh, shit.
Fucking awesome. Oh, master, I don't
Flying
like how
wolf.
this feels, but I love it.
Just run through the air, Paulson. Anything is the ground now. Just try not to stay too high in case something gets the better of me in a moment. I do have to concentrate.
Well, get on up on top of me,
Okay.
master, and I'll fly you around.
How long does fly last?
10 minutes?
It is 10 minutes, yeah.
Okay. And you got like 8 miles to go, right?
Yeah, and we can dash at 60 feet. I forget what Paulson's movement is.
Well, his flight, it doesn't matter because fly is
Yes,
same speed for
fly is
everybody.
60. So, right, yeah. So basically, you can go 120 around
Sweet.
at a dash.
Sweet.
Okay. So wait a second. You want me to... I got the calculator out.
Oh, right.
80
I thought you could have taken credit for doing this all in your head, Sam.
Exactly.
Yeah,
divided by...
but he's doing this like...
What do we say? 120?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That means it will take you... That'd be right. 352 rounds.
To go 12 miles.
To go 8 miles.
To go 8 miles. But you only have to go
each
4
round
miles.
is 6 seconds. Why do they only have to go 4 miles?
Because if you just want to intercede between...
Yeah, we're going to intercept him before he gets there.
Okay.
And the mine.
Gotcha. You're going to the cutoff point.
Yeah.
So that's 2,112 seconds.
Divided by 6
60.
rounds.
35 minutes.
Shit.
To go 8. Now, that means it would be only 17 minutes
yeah.
to go 4.
But we still...
So we're not going to get all the way
17 and a
there.
half. You'll get most of the way
And then
there.
you just do it again.
If I want to use my last spell slot on that, sure.
Well,
No,
I have also prepared fly.
Sweet.
okay.
So Filnyr and Ionus promptly abandon the battle that's forming and head off by themselves to the cutoff point.
Is that what they do?
No, that's you're making assumptions, Sam. I was going to actually fly toward the steel predators.
Okay.
And then help dispatch those.
Are you going to have Paulson with you? Are you guys going to fly together?
Behind.
I'm going to have him with me until we're in like a dangerous area. For him, I think.
Okay.
I mean, we move at the same speed, so it doesn't really matter. But yeah, I think he hasn't leveled up, I'm guessing.
No, he hasn't. But I'll tell you that you do get a lot for being on him because he uses his dash and you don't have to use your dash for your action.
Right.
So,
right.
All right.
All right. So I'm going to we're going to take off toward the steel predators. And I'm going to keep him, like I said, not far off the ground. We're not trying to climb a tower. We're just trying to move faster.
All right. So they are, they're sprinting now toward you, toward the tower. And Ehi sprints. She goes 160 feet. It looks like you're going to take another 2 rounds, Sam, before you get to the ruby hearts of the steel predators. But they are definitely still spread out. So you'll get to 1 at a time.
And how fast are they moving? Oh, so when you say they're spread out, they're like in a line coming towards us, or are they spread out like perpendicular to us?
Perpendicular to you.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, and how fast are they?
I mean, they're moving about 80 feet
sprinting
per round.
Okay.
So they're
all right.
They're 10 rounds away from the fortress, but you will all intercede them sooner than that. Okay. All right. And then, and they are sprinting. Let's see here. And shall we just hand wave until the next thing happens? Unless, John, do you guys have anything you want to cast?
1 round before we take action, I want to cast something.
Okay.
Yeah, I think Filnyr, when he's close enough, might start Eldritch Blasting.
Okay. And how far away do you have to be for that? Is that 120 feet?
120.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
And Ionus is going to start flying high in the air.
Okay.
And he's going to cast Silhavine's Mighty Hand.
Okay. Where
that's
where
120 feet.
And where are you sending that?
I'm sending that at one of the steel predators.
Okay, so you're going to engage with the steel predators as well.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So you're going to have to wait on that until you're within 120 feet then. Okay. All right. So let's say
so they're a little bit behind.
Yeah.
Anyway.
So you'll get around, Sam, before they get around. Mm-hmm. You'll get to them next round.
So Schnobik pulls his little snuff box out of his little inside lining of his cloak, takes a big and casts haste on himself.
Nice.
All right. Okay, and Ehi says to you, "Are you ready?"
As ready as I've ever been.
I will be going down close to them. Is that to your liking?
Yes.
Very well.
Indubitably.
Their roars are dangerous, but let's do it.
Duly noted.
All right. And
so we're still in the ethereal.
You are
dangerous to Schnobik?
You are in the ethereal plane. You have not faced a roar from the ethereal plane yet. I mean, from the from an opposite plane yet.
All right.
Okay.
So, do I need to? If I once we're in range and she dives low, I'm gonna jump off.
Okay. All right. So,
do you want me to make an acrobatics?
Do it. Acrobatics DC 15. I know that doesn't mean anything to you.
26.
Jesus Christ. Okay. I mean DC 27. Yeah, you land fleet of foot.
Listen, man, I like making acrobatics.
I know
checks.
you do. I know
just
you
let me
do.
do them. All right, and then I get to work.
All right. So
Heart number 1.
okay.
Just gonna rapier.
All right.
Ooh, 13.
That misses.
That's a natural 1.
It's really hard for you to miss these guys.
I know.
is.
28
hits.
There we go. 14 piercing damage.
1 steel predator down. And as this steel predator goes down and the ruby sort of disappears, the one closest to that one, so the next one in line,
Mhm.
blinks into the ethereal plane and
Okay.
and turns to look at you. And he's about 40 feet away from you.
Yuck.
How close is the nearest one that is not in the ethereal?
It's another 40 feet past him. Each one is about 40 feet away from each other.
Okay. I'm going to move 80 feet to the next one.
All right. So you will take an attack of opportunity as you pass by this one, but
Okay.
let me think. He is going to. Let me just make sure. I'm doing.
My speed is currently 80.
That's amazing. That's so crazy.
And you have no more
So
attacks?
you could presumably run around it.
But do you have any more
No.
attacks?
Yeah.
You could like run at that guy, slash at him, hit him or not, and then he can't do the
can't-
opportunity
he
because you
can't
got the
opportunity.
mobile.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah, but I probably got to hit him twice to
Well, you need to hit him.
knock
you
him
need
back into the material plane.
Yeah, but if your objective is just to run through, if you wanted to
Yeah.
use an
You don't have
attack,
to hit
you
him
could
at
do it.
all. You can just you just slice at him, and he can't make an opportunity attack against you.
That's true. No, but I'm gonna save the extra attack just in
All
case.
right, he claws at you.
Okay.
All right.
21
21.
does not hit.
What?
Wow.
Jesus.
I imagine Schnobik just like little baseball slide underneath this thing and then right back up on his feet.
Yep.
Sounds like
Thanks to haste, my AC right now is 22.
Ah,
Yeah,
That's
baby.
crazy.
sounds like guys.
That's
guys,
awesome.
I got this.
Yeah. All right. And you get to the next one, and the ruby is there for the taking. 27 hits.
27. 11 piercing.
Okay. This one also crumbles to the ground. And the next one blinks into your into the ethereal plane. So 2 are dead and 2 are in the ethereal plane, and 4 remain in the prime plane, alive and charging. And
Okay.
it is the steel predator.
I mean,
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I'm not done yet.
Oh shit. Okay.
I still have my haste action and my bonus action.
Oh jeez.
I think.
And do you have another swing? No, you get 3 or 4.
So I can use my haste action for a single attack.
Yeah, you could
But if
hold
I
it
do
too.
that,
You could hold an attack too,
yeah.
but you couldn't concentrate on anything else. Are you concentrating on something? Haste. So you
Haste,
could not.
yeah,
you could
haste.
not hold an attack then.
An attack hold requires
I think it
concentration. I thought
does.
only a spell did. I thought it was just the casting of a spell.
I think it does.
If you're holding a spell to cast.
A spell, but not if you're just
Oh, okay.
holding an attack for somebody to
Okay.
get in range.
Okay. All right.
Right? That's just you're just waiting to poke
All
somebody.
right. Just wait to poke.
It's like everybody on a dating app.
Dang, Tim. Dang.
At least all the guys.
Dang.
Mhm.
Remember when Facebook was poking people?
Yeah.
I do
That's-
remember
I
that.
was like, hey, poke.
You just got poked. I don't know you.
All right. I am going to. I'm I'm going to use my haste action to dash,
Wow.
but I'm going to dash back towards the front of the line.
The first one.
So but I'm going to run past him and get 40 feet past him, like back to where I was.
Okay. So you're back.
And he's already used his reaction.
You got it.
So basically, I just blazed past him, stabbed the ruby behind him, and then ran back past him to where I started.
Okay. So you're 40 feet away from him.
That's amazing.
And it is the Steel Predator's turn. And the 4 that are in the prime material plane continue dashing, and they are running, and they get to Filnyr and Pawson to that level. So you got 1 on you, Filnyr.
Okay.
And Ionus is up high.
Mm-hmm.
And your hand that you are going to send out this turn can be, you're about 100 feet away from him, and you can get your hand over to him.
All right, the one that's in Filnir's face,
but not yet. It's not your turn yet. It's not your turn.
But
yet.
that's the one that's what I'm going for.
Okay, and that's the one you were holding. You were sort of holding this, but okay. All right, so the one that blinked into existence runs over to Schnobik and is going to attack you. Okay.
The one that blinked into the ethereal
That's
plane.
correct.
Well, one of the 2.
Oh, actually,
The other one can't get to me.
he actually does not move toward you. He
he's gonna roar.
He roars at you and at Ehi. And both of you are going to have to make this save. It is it's thunderous, and it just booms through the ethereal plane, and you have a DC 19 Constitution saving throw.
Okay, let me just try it straight first. 15, but hold on a second. I'm going to use an Indomitable to allow me to re-roll this.
All right.
And I think... What am I looking for here? I'm going to use Tactical Wit. Oh, no, it's not Tactical Wit. It's, is it Arcane Deflection? Yeah, I'm going to use Arcane Deflection as a reaction to give me a +4, an additional +4 bonus to this saving throw.
Okay.
So that's my reaction.
All right.
That's my wizard war magic.
All right, do it.
20. 16 +4, baby.
Okay. Let me do Ehi here. And I believe Ehi has, I think, she definitely has legendary resistance. But I think she also has crazy high.
The problem is
crazy high con.
Oh, it's not too bad. I was like, half damage. I can't cut it again with absorb elements because I already used my reaction. So
she rolled a 4, and her save is 19. But so yeah, you're both gonna take a half of 27.
Okay. So that's 13.
Yep.
And I need to make I can't fail that. That's my concentration check.
All right. Okay. And it is the other Steel Predators move. Let's see here. That one is 100.
He should be 120 feet away from me. Right?
So he's not going to be able to do
the
this.
other one that's in the ethereal plane.
So he's not going to be able to do anything else to you. So he's gonna dash toward you, and he's up on you.
So I thought they could only dash.
Sorry, he's 40 feet away from you.
So they're both 40 feet away.
Yeah, they're now both right there, clustered together.
Mm-hmm. Perfect.
And it is
just the way I want.
And it is Ionis's turn.
And the predators don't get a turn in the prime material plane?
They did. They sprinted. That was all they did. They all dashed.
And they're all up on Filnyr. Okay.
No, they're not all up on Filnyr. They're still 40 feet, 40 feet, 40 feet, 40 feet. So you got 4 of them. And from one to the end is 120 feet total. So it's, yeah.
So there's one that's 40 feet from Filnyr?
There's one that is right in Filnyr's face.
Okay. Yes. So I'm going to cast Silhavine's Mighty Hand, and I'm going to try to grab that one.
Okay.
And that's an opposed strength check.
Okay.
Steel predators are strong.
They're strong. I've grappled with strong things before. All right. I've got...
Okay.
Wrestled your demons.
So, yes, that doesn't work. I got a 6, so that's a 14.
And I got a 17. So you grab at him, and he just moves around the hand, steps through the thumb, and is still up on Filnyr.
It works on this. I can use a luck point, yeah?
For sure you can use a luck point. I encourage it.
That grabs him.
Yeah, you got him. You got him grappled.
That's a 22.
And,
all right.
And tell me, how high up in the air are you right now?
I'm 100 feet up.
100 feet. Okay, cool.
And I cast the hand down. The hand has a range of 120 feet.
Uh-huh.
I cast the hand down, grab him, and then I move it 60 feet in the air.
Okay. All right. And so Filnyr,
and then when Filnyr, if Filnyr runs past it, I'm going to drop it.
Okay. So Filnyr, you have one right up in your face, and then Silhavine's giant hand grabs him and brings him straight up in the air. So you are 40 feet away from the next closest one to you.
Okay. But they're all on the material plane, right, with me?
There's 4 on the material plane right now. Yes.
Got it. Yeah. Okay. So there's one 60 feet above me, one 40 feet away, and another one.
And you see
80 feet further.
You see 2 rubies floating, 60 feet to the west, straight due west of you as well.
Oh, I can just see.
You see the rubies. Ionus cannot see the rubies, but you can.
Oh shit!
Right. Yeah, because they basically swap places.
That's
right. 60 feet due west. Okay.
And remind me, touching my staff is not an action.
It's not an action. No.
Unless I'm really
Jesus can't see it.
Yeah. God won't mind.
This is why it's marked as explicit, listeners. Not safe for children. Okay. I am going to cast Eldritch Blast. Shit, I don't know if I can do this in the middle of this. I guess I can. No. Yeah, because you can move in the middle.
Totally.
Right? Okay. Although Eldritch Blast is different than an attack, but maybe it works the same way because it's 4 beams. I'm just debating whether I go into Ethereal and, shoot 4 of them or shoot those 2 and then...
I mean, you could hit them all.
Right.
You could hit all 4 of the ones that are in the material plane, and you've seen the damage that Schnobik is doing, which is causing him to blink out. So he hasn't hit the exact number before. He's always gone more, but I think you're pretty close to going more every time as well. So
yeah. Yeah. So I'm going to touch my staff, and I have Pawson touching me, so I assume he comes with me.
If you're on top of him, if you're riding him,
I am mounted on him now.
Then
but we both have fly, so it doesn't really matter.
I'll treat him a little bit like a found steed, like the way that stuff works. So yeah, he'll also go with you.
So he'll freak out a little bit. Paulson, stay calm, and then touch the staff, and then
what is happening?
Basically, what we'll do is we'll make like a curve so that we run by the 3 on the ground. And I'm gonna pepper them each as we go. So here's the first
to be
one.
To be clear, the one that is furthest away from you in the material plane is only 120 feet away from you.
Right. Yeah. Okay.
So you would not need to.
I don't even have to move.
Run
okay,
that
let's
direction.
I just thought it looked cooler if we do this on the run. You know what I mean? Just like the wolf's just like wheeling around. It's like,
I totally agree with you.
That's just color.
I love it. Just tell me where you end up at the end of this strafing run.
So first Eldritch Blast, 22 damage. 22 to hit.
That hits.
11 force damage.
Destroys the ruby.
Okay, so
11 is the number you're looking for.
So that was the one that was 120 feet away. So now I go to the one that was 80. That's 80 feet away.
Yeah.
Okay, so second blast of 4. That's a 19.
That hits.
Okay. 15 damage.
Destroys it.
The one that's 40 feet away.
Aren't winking into the ethereal.
They are not.
Plane
They're falling over dead.
No, but I mean, like, they're friends.
Oh, well. So
or that was just
this
for
is all
me.
one action, but I guess so is your attack.
So. Well,
it seems like it's what does it take for them to blink?
So
back and
yes,
forth.
you're right. So the one, yes, Sam, thank you. You're right, because the one that's between this one and that one blinks back in. So now you have one in the ethereal plane. I'll let you count this hit on the one that was 40 feet away from you. So the one that's
this is like machine gun fire, man.
Yeah. Well, so was his rapier attacks, though. He's right. He's right.
Well, but he did have to run.
He did have to run.
So that's at least 2 seconds.
That's at least 2 seconds.
Even with haste. Okay, so then which one? So are we saying the one that's 40 feet away is now in the ethereal plane just for ease of?
It is.
Okay, and the one that's still floating up in the air is still in the hand material plane. I think when
he's like grappled like this, he's not going to be able to blink out. He's not paying attention. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm going to aim for the one that is now up in the air. 17 to hit.
That hits.
15 force damage. That's another 10 on
That's
the
amazing.
D10. So that's 3. And then I'm going to let go of the staff.
Okay.
And I should see a ruby back on the material plane.
Back on the material plane.
Is freak the fuck out.
Master what?
24 to hit.
Hits. 11 is the number.
15 damage.
Holy Jesus Christ.
3 10s in a row.
Wow. All right, so all 4 of those are gone. And Ionus is sitting there with his giant hand up in the air. Like an asshole.
As a free action, can he make the jerk off motion with his giant hand?
Yeah. In fact, he does it. And then as he lets open the hand, the bits of ruby fly out like puffs of air after
completion.
Yeah. No, I was gonna say after what is that procedure you guys got?
Oh, the vasectomy.
The vasectomy. That's right.
Fucking asshole.
Oh,
man,
how we
you
just
were on
shoot
board
puffs
when we were
of air.
talking about
I know.
it. Anyway, this is bonus content. All right. So
listen, man, it makes cleaning my keyboard a lot more fun.
That one hurt. That one hurt, Sam.
So then I have a question for you because I forgot to do this last episode, and I feel like I want to, although this may not be the place. But I forgot to raise a specter.
Oh,
now I don't know if this counts as the soul of a person, which is what it calls for.
No, it's not a soul of a person. Okay. Not a soul of a person.
Okay. So I could have done that probably with the Kishi, but
that would have.
That's one of those things that I neglect.
I also want to say now that you're flitting back and forth in the material plane, and it is a wasteland of fried bodies.
Oh, yeah.
Just
It smells horrible.
awful. Just it's like 250, 300 feet away from you now, from where you are, and it is
probably still burning.
It smells like hair and burning hair and
chicken,
old egg, and it's really. I mean, I'm not going to give you a Constitution saving throw for this, but like it even turns Pawson's nose. Like
I'm sure it turns Pawson's nose.
It is an awful, awful smell. And, of course, the trees are still burning that are there. There are craters you can see. And the steel predators that are now on the ground, you see that their metal is just, it's burnt. It's burnt and brittle.
Okay, so I think what I'm going to do is take Pawson and go 65 feet above the ones that are near Schnobik, just so I'm outside of range of a roar.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Smart.
That was no fun.
That sucks. Yeah, I agree. All right.
And then I don't have any bonus actions that are fun to do damage with. Otherwise, I would smash those. Wait, how close are those rubies?
They're 10 feet apart from each other.
Right. And how far were those ones from me before now I'm rethinking this?
They were 60 feet away from you when you did it.
They were 60 feet and I haven't moved at all. And they're 10 feet apart from each other.
Yep. Are you going to quicken something?
Oh,
man.
So, watch this.
Are you going to, don't spend any resources, man.
I can use one sorcery point and take them both out at once.
I got it.
Are you sure? Because you're on the same plane as them.
Yeah, not for long.
I mean, literally, I can just go like, poof.
How many sorcery points you got?
I have 2, and it would take 1.
Yeah, don't use it. Okay. Save it.
All right.
This day is going to be a long day.
It is going to be a long day. No, you're right. I think it might take 2, actually, right? Didn't we say that?
Yeah, I think we said it takes 2.
Yeah, it takes 2 for quicken. I was going to get in there and just sword burst them. It's like a cantrip that I never use.
That's awesome.
But it's a 5-foot radius, and I literally just go stand in the middle and just like, boink.
Tim, I was going to get in the middle of them and sword burst them. I got it open here. I'm like, 5 feet radius.
Yeah,
okay,
see?
Yeah, line it up.
I love it. All right, you can have the glory. And I'll
can we
take
cut all that part out? Just the whole consideration. Tim thinking about it.
All right. It's Ehai's turn. Ehai moves in and she casts Sword Burst. No, she lightning breaths these motherfuckers.
Now wait, is she still in the
she knows that the rubies are on the wrong plane, right? Like they're on the opposite plane.
She is doing it to the bodies.
Yeah.
She's electrocuting the bodies.
She can fuck them up.
Yeah. Let me see here. Let me get her thing.
Oh, and they're already fucked up.
They're already super fucked up. All right. Now, if they fail to save, they will be dead. Let's see here. Actually, I'm going to roll the damage. I'm not going to take the one that's 16d10. Let's see here. All right, here we go. This is a lot of damage. Let's see if I can outdo the average.
Anytime you get a chance to roll 16d10, you should probably take it.
Take it. All right, here we go. 103 damage if they fail.
Only
if they fail, it's 103 damage. Okay. Let's see here.
Oof.
It's a DC 23 dex save. Oh my god, they have to get a natural 20 to in order to survive this. All right, the first one fails. The second one fails. And they are electrocuted, and you see that so who is in the ethereal plane? All right, who's in the prime material plane?
I am.
Yeah,
so you see, actually, Ionus didn't see this. Filnyr, you see the 2 rubies fall to the ground, and they are still intact, but they are clearly loosed from their masters.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And the sky is still red from the meteor swarm, and you can hear now behind you, to the north of the fortress, you can hear the screams of your soldiers as they sail their spears into them, and you can hear the battle that is now taking place near the gate, and you hear Despo's war horn sound. And as you turn to look back at the fortress, in the spot where the 2 rubies hit the ground, a green dragon appears, and a second green dragon appears.
In the hell?
And a third green dragon appears.
Teleport. Something.
And a 4th green dragon appears. And finally, a 5th green dragon appears. And none of them have riders on them. And that is where we're going to end episode 106 of Every War Must End.
Jesus.
Dungeon Dad's podcast.
That's all right. Ionus got a wand.
I mean, I do, but we got to get the F out of the way.
Make a pocket.
Schnobik's on the ethereal plane. He's safe.
I can't make a pocket around myself.
I'm up in the air.
we gotta go.
Yeah.
Damn.
Woo.
Damn.
Whoa. Oh, man.
Man, you guys were destroying those
multi-episode. Yeah.
Those rubies are essentially teleportation circles, and I was like, "There's got to be they got to kill at least one of them." I think so. God,
that's why
Ehi was working with
me.
Not really.
Shit.
Only had to have
makes
one.
sense.
Only needed one.
I should have sword bursted it. Damn it.
It's true. You would not have had the green dragons on you if you'd have just let
4d6 force
if
damage.
Sam just would have let you go in and sword burst them.
Yep.
God.
See what you done. Let's talk about it.
Made for some hot pod. That's what I've done.
That's
This
what
is
you
great
did.
content.
Super hot.
Thank you for
pod.
listening, listeners. That's why you're here.
Thanks, everybody.
Yeah.
Come on back next week to find out what happens.
Yeah, we're going to talk about it in the bonus. Make sure you hit the Patreon, patreon.com/dungeondads. And are we in Philadelphia? We were just in Philadelphia.
Were we?
I think. When this comes out. I think we were. I think it was great.
Cool. I'm sure it was great.
Toodaloo.
Toodaloo.
Toodaloo.